Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another deadline stream, another season, another deadline stream, and we're back with this. Let's just wait for more people to join and kick in. Hi, what's up? I see about 12 right now. Let's see more people will kick in soon. But just let me know if my audio, video, and the screen, most importantly, is clear enough. Then you see my team. That's probably the most important part of this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Setup is dodgy for now. But yeah, feels good to be back. Hi Shantanu, hi Harshit. Welcome back. And we have the first question anyways. Does Garnacho start? Yeah, I think he starts. There's no doubt he doesn't start. There's nobody that plays in that position. I think he starts. I think he starts. Hi everyone. Hi Drupad. Welcome back with the 4 million defender. I think Barco, I still see him starting at least for the first few games. And then we'll have more clarity on Johnson as well from Ipswich. How do they play? Are they really reliable in terms of some attacking return or at least one or two clean sheets throughout the season? If we get that clarity, I think that's a good pick to go to. Should I start Smith Rowe or Jao Pedro? Uh, I think Jao Pedro is probably better given the preseason that Brighton have had. He's played some of them as well, so I think Jao Pedro. United will set up decently. I don't think Fulham will just break down through them easily. Jota and Saka or Salah and Garnacho. I think Jota Saka. I prefer that combination more because Salah is a one game week sort of player pick in my opinion. If you're captaining him fair, then go for that route. But most likely, the better captaincy options looks like Isaac. So I would not really recommend that. Ahmad will start a couple of games. So Ahmad should be starting at least a couple of games. I think that's where we are with Ahmad right now. Let's just try something. Let me know if you can hear me better or does it help. Does my sound improve right now? Just let me know if it's slightly getting better so that we can stick to this. Yep. If it's better now, then just let me know in the chat. I think it should be. Gordon versus Eze is sort of something I'm debating in my team as well. For now, if you see, there is Eze in the team, but I'm really debating this. The pros and cons are very clear. I think Gordon is the one which is an upside pick starting from game week 1. Eze is really good. He's on set pieces as well. He's on penalties potentially as well. And there is a chance that he blasts off too. But I just feel that the fixtures for Eze do not look that good as they look for Gordon on paper. That is why I'm preferring Gordon. Even I have the similar dot. I think Gordon is probably the better pick there. If you're looking someone like a long-term option, then Eze makes sense because he's nailed. There is obviously the news that he could go to City, but again, I think he's pretty much nailed if that move doesn't happen. So you can check that out. Is it worth tripling up on Crystal goalkeeper, defense, and mid? I think it's worth doubling up at least in terms of one defender or one keeper and a midfielder. I really don't think that the goalkeeper, defender, and the midfielder triple up is going to work out, especially because of the double defense. I don't think, given their fixtures, most of the teams that they play against will score goals against them. That's sort of the problem. Hi, Mihir. Flecken or Henderson, I would pick Henderson much more in terms of save potentials. Crystal have looked like a better defense there, so I think I would pick him, and he's probably the long term pick, so you can gain some value on him early on if people just jump onto him in game week 2 or 3. कौन सा pick? Is he a starter long term? I haven't paid attention to Liverpool too much this season. I think he is a starter for the first 4 for sure. I think that, and then it really boils down to the fact that how much Konate is doing well, how Slot wants to play Konate in probably the other leagues and competitions. I think Konsa will play the first few games and it really depends on his performance then. Sanjay, send in his team. What do you think about Konsa again? Just answer that. Let me know your thoughts on Guardiola, Saliba, 4.5 mids, or Trent plus Saliba plus 3-4 million. I think it's better to have Guardiola, Saliba, and two 4.5 midfielders. If you're going for Trent, you probably have to sacrifice one of the 6 million guys as well. In fact, both of them. You will have to go down to a 5 million plus Trent if you want that setup. I think That's really a personal call. I haven't gone that route because I think there is more options without Trent, and Slot has been commenting that he could play much more of a creative role. He could be slotting in the midfield to control possession. So it really depends on how he uses them. He's not going to play out and out wing back, is what I'm reading between the lines, at least for now. Bruno Wings or Gordon ESR? I think Gordon ESR. Is there need to have an Arsenal cover? I don't see the benefit of them with the fixtures. Uh, there is, I think, a need to have Arsenal cover. They're pretty much the best team of the league. They probably will keep clean sheets and just keep grinding those clean sheets, in my opinion, I feel. And with the attack, there's most likely going to be goals across them. They've averaged 2.5 goals against these oppositions last season as well. They look good in the preseason. So I think it's good to have some cover for the Arsenal. Defensively, you can still make a case that okay, there's a better run of fixtures for Trent, but not attacking wise. Saka is probably a good 10 million asset. Let's see if more news is coming in. I think we have Ahmad starts. Just heads up, Ahmad starts. That's the news that's come in. There's the only FPL league that we have is the YouTube league that was posted last year. So if you join that, you will automatically get added to that. In case you need the link, I can mention it down in the chat below. Start Mikolenko or Guardiol. I would actually start Guardiol because he's more attacking. That's the only reason. I don't expect a clean sheet. I think Chelsea will score, but it's a big game. You never know. Still start Guardiol. He's an attacking defender. Trent, Saliba or Poro. Drop 1 to free 0.5. Poro. I think there is no upside there. There could be some attacking potential, but he's offset pieces now. Tottenham are really bad as a defense in general as well. I don't see the hype for Poro. I'll be really surprised if they keep a couple of clean sheets, even in the good fixtures they have. Vardy or Fulkrug? I think Fulkrug, but again, it's an unknown quantity. It's something that you can take a chance on. I wouldn't recommend it. There are better strikers right now who we know at least for sure will start, will play good, and around those lines. I would really not jump on someone which is really unknown. Hi Gotham, welcome back. He has a question as well. He says Guardiola or Poro. No plan to wildcard in Gameweek 4. I think Guardiola. Then in that case, I just said that I really believe that Poro's upside for clean sheets is very minimal. So there is no point of jumping on that wagon. Let's see. What about Murphy, Newcastle 5.5? He's a good differential. Again, you can go for him. His minutes could be rotated once Almiron is back, or even Barnes could replace him. I can't say for sure that he'll play all 90. He generally does. Yes, last season he did. But for now, he's a good shout if you want to start. But keep that in mind that you will have to probably be, or you will be probably forced into a wildcard in game week 4 or 5, because if there is rotation in the Newcastle squad and he stops starting, then there will be a problem for your team. So if he's your fifth midfielder, it's a good pick. I really don't think he's a bad pick, but as a fourth midfielder, that could be a problem. Sangare over Wings can do it, won't make a huge difference. I think Wings we know for sure will start, so just stick there. At least 2 points coming in if you need them. Saliba and Kunku, Konsa or Trent, Smith Rowe, Hall. That's uh, that's actually tough. I think I prefer Saliba and Kunku Konsa because it's sort of a Chelsea bias too. But I've seen Nkunku play this preseason. He looked much better. Yes, Smith Rowe has the two fixtures and can do good as well. But again, Hall is a very short-term pick. There are other players that are coming back to training. Target is coming back to training. Scar is coming back in a while, so he will probably be dropped soon. So that seems like a very short-term pick. Is Nkunku a better pick than Eze? I don't think so because he doesn't have a lot of set pieces. Eze has all of them, has penalties. Is the only talisman for the team. Palmer will take away a lot of things from Nkunku, so I really wouldn't say that. Hi Varun. Yes, thanks for the plug. If your questions are getting answered, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. It really helps us push our content. With a lot of streams going around, it's better that we have a good like ratio to viewer ratio so that we push our content to newer people. And you can also check out the other videos that we posted in the last 2-3 days. They generally talk about major talking points with data backed with them, and there is a specific video for all press conference news and injuries, so you can check that out in case you missed out on something. It's a small 4-minute video. It should be really helpful. Coming back to questions, any good substitutes for Poro then? I think that's the only problem in that bracket of 5.5. There aren't many known quantities. The only downgrade then possible is a Munoz or a 4.5 million defender, which you can pick. An upgrade is obviously there with Gabriel Saliba and Guardiola. So it really depends on where you're looking. Things like if I was having Poro with no money, I would really downgrade to Munoz or probably even downgrade further to a 4.5 and just keep that money in the bank for the next game weeks. Paths are sent in his team. Henderson, Poro, Konsa, Guardiol, Andreas, that's okay. Saka, Bruno, Eze, Solanke, Isaac, Haaland. I have zero point 0.5 in the bank where I can use the additional zero point 0.5. Poro to Arsenal defender. That's where I see the 0.5 going. Ahmad or Rogers? I think Rogers long term. Ahmad you can start with, at least this game he is starting for sure. Long term has to be Rogers. I'm not against Guardiola. I'm just not saying no Guardiola. I'm just saying that first game week there is slightly less chances of a clean sheet. Game week 2 I think is a good option. So it really depends on how you want to play your team. But I think game week 2 is Guardiola is a great option. So you don't have to worry about that. Chelsea goalkeeper is an unknown quantity. I would not recommend you guys going near it. Munoz or Robinson? I prefer Robinson for now to start with. Because he's more attacking, and then Munoz, you can just keep him as a fourth defender for now. That's sort of my rotation. For the third spot, it's Munoz and Robinson who will constantly rotate. Between the two, currently my plan is to play Robinson more because I see attacking output there. Again, it really boils down to how they play out. Fulham, I don't expect a lot of clean sheet, but if they do really good, then he just cements his name. Let's see. Do we have more more news about people starting? Let's see. There's a league lineup which says pretty much what we expect, and Rashford is number 9. So let's see. No surprises from the United squad. Robertson or Dallo? I think Dallo. In that case, I prefer Dallo. I don't see the upside for Robertson and the expense as well. So Dallo. Murphy or Smith Rowe to start with? You can start with Murphy and then move out if you want to. If he's your fifth midfielder, definitely Murphy. Trent starts. I think he'll start. There's no doubt. Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno? Bruno, I feel. Best 4.5 million defender other than Robertson and Konsa. I think I will go Konsa from Aston Villa. There's Mykolenko from Everton. Anderson from Crystal Palace. And if those three are not sufficient, I will look for other options. But I think those are the top 3 that I have on my mind. There's Burn as well, but I really don't prefer the Newcastle defense for now. Burn, Konsa or Robinson? Robinson first. And then, again, I thought, Robinson first, then Konsa, then Burn. Correct. Murphy and Smith Rowe is actually debatable. If it's your fourth player, I would pick ESR because he's longer term. He's nailed on. Could be sharing a lot of set pieces. So, yeah. Arshad sent in his team, says Henderson, Flecken, Guardiol, Dallo, Konsa, Saliba. That's a big line, big heavy defense there. Eze, Bruno Fernandes, Saka, Minte, Rogers, Haaland, Isaac, Muniz. Any changes needed? I think Flecken can be dropped to a 4 million keeper, so you get 0.5 there. And you can, in that case, consider that 0.5 plus money somewhere to upgrade Guardiola to a Trent. I think there is a possibility here. You don't need 4 defenders, so you can probably go Dallo to a 4 million guy, Guardiola to a Trent. You can also use that money to upgrade Rogers to a Bailey. Consider that. But I think definitely, irrespectively, even if you don't upgrade any other places, remove Flecken down to a 4 million keeper. Have Henderson and Turner as goalkeeper, long-term option with any others? No, I think Henderson is fine. That's good. Trent and Enna or Poro and Guardiola. I think Trent and Enna seems better there. I think there is an upside with Trent, so can't really negate that. If you have the money to fit in Trent, you have the options, go for it. Best 4 million goalkeeper. There isn't anyone that is spotted to be top. There's Fabianski you can go with, or Iverson. Either of two are probably the better ones or have a chance to start the game. Robinson or Konsa for this game week to start? I would start Konsa. That's a better player to start with this game week. Let me just pull out our YouTube League link and just send it to everyone so that you guys can join. Game week one midfielder punt suggestions. For game week one as a punt, I think Jota is good. There's Murphy, that's a great punt. That's like out there. He will start. He will get minutes, so that's a good punt. Uh, Apart from that, there doesn't seem a lot. Maybe you can go to Garnacho as a punt. That's there. Ahmad is also there. So those few games which you can punt at those. Just give me a second before we take in more chat. I'm putting this in the chat. This is our YouTube FPL Tips League. Go join it. For the people who were there last year would already be in it, but for the people who were not here would now join. Check that link out. I think it's there in the chat somewhere, and then you guys can join. Is it there still? Yep, it's there. So you guys can join and enjoy. Gordon plus Trent or Saka plus someone. I think it really depends. If it's Saka plus Saliba, I would prefer that. Start Barco or Munoz. First game week, Barco is a better option in my opinion. I will pin this comment for the league as well. Goalkeeper Pranav says is Henderson. Defense is Guardiola, Saliba, Trent. Oh, that's a big three there. Eze, Jota, Saka, ESR. That's a midfield four, and they have Haaland, Muniz, Isaac. It's actually not a bad team. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with having a heavy defenses. The only problem is I would recommend removing one of your 6 million defenders. The reason is if you have to switch up your team, let's say you need a Salah or you need to upgrade a Muniz to a Solanke, you will be left with no money, and it will get very tough to upgrade anything in your team. Having that funds, maybe just save it, don't upgrade any other position. Having that in the bank will also be helpful. I think keep that in mind and just reduce one of your 6 million guys down to a 5 or a 4.5. There's Poro to Arsenal defender. Going Poro to Arsenal defender, which 6 million Arsenal defender? Gabriel Saliba or Calafori? I would say Saliba. He's nailed. I don't see any other problem with Saliba. He's the guy who's nailed. Gabriel should start for the first few game weeks and probably will continue as well, but I can't say for sure if he'll start all. Hence Saliba. Saliba versus Guardiola. I prefer Saliba, at least for the first few. City take time. Rodrigo is not in the team. That is why I feel clean sheet chances are really weak. Saliba, on the other hand, is a known quantity. 4 million defenders Johnson from Ipswich, and I think I would go with Barco from Brighton. Jota starts via lazy FPL. That's perfect. I think if Jota starts, there's nothing we need to worry about. We have Konsa starts. I think he'll start. Start Anderson over ESR. No, I would start ESR. Take the chance. There's an upside there, so go for it. Why do you have wings? Why not Rogers or ESR? I don't have the funds for Rogers or ESR. Plus, that's an 8th attacker. I would never really play them over the likes of Solanke or Nkunku. I don't see the point of investing the 1 million there and just having them on my bench. I might as well use that 1 million other places. For example, I can upgrade my Henderson to a Pickford, or maybe a Munoz to someone like a Poro if required, Robinson to a 5 million defender like Dallo. So there is enough to do with that 1 million. That is why I've kept it away. Elanga 5.5 million. I think there are better options. You can still go for the options there. Maybe Gibbs White and Callum Hudson-Odoi is the better one from Nottingham Forest, but that's I would rate them behind ESR, the likes of ESR, Minte, and Rogers. Not Rogers, but at least the other two. His strength's position changed again. I think he'll start midfield. He'll play and control midfield much more. That's what I've read so far. That's what I believe as well. So that's something you can consider. Wood instead of Pedro. I would not go there. They are considering Nketiah as a striker for signing him. They have Ione back soon. Wood's minutes will be managed for sure, so I wouldn't really go there. You prefer Jota over Bruno? No, I don't. Jota is not a nailed person. He will not start beyond game week 3 regularly, in my opinion. He could, but for now we don't know that. Bruno is a nailed quantity on penalties. Will start all games, so he's better if you have the funds. Personally, for my team, I don't have the funds, so I'm not going there. Ansh has sent in his team. He's got Henderson, Saliba, Guardiola, Konsa, Konsa, Barco, Saka, Nkunku as a wings, Jota, Solanke, Haaland. It's pretty much template. It's a really good team. It's a really strong team in my opinion. I think there's a back three rotation possible as well. I think it's a strong team, Ansh. Kaizen has sent in his team. He says Henderson, Bentley, Barco, Munoz, Trent. That's a good back three. With Hall, Barco, you can manage the back three. Eze, Salah, Smithrow, Winks, Muniz. That's sort of the okay. And there's Haaland, Isaac. With Salah, Haaland, and actually Trent, that's actually not a bad team. You've all the big hitters available in the game, and they're all looking decent at this point. So, good job. I think it's a good team. Why are people bullish on Munoz? I think people are bullish on Munoz because of his attacking potential. There is genuine upside even in preseason. He was really close to the box. I don't think he'll score regularly or give assists regularly like other premium defenders do, someone like a Trent or Guardiola. But I think he'll be involved in a couple of goals, and that's the only upside we see. The problem is Henderson is really someone that you don't want to miss out on, and that's the issue with him. Doubling up on the Crystal defense doesn't seem right at this point. Parth has said midfield of Andrea, Saka, Bruno as a wings. Maybe get Jota and replace someone of these five. If you are and for I think Andreas you should replace. That's for sure with anyone possible. If you can, if you don't have Trent as well in your team, Parth, then probably downgrade Bruno to Jota. If you have Trent, you can probably leave it out as well, take a chance. But I would go actually Jota over Bruno. If you have no Salah cover, nothing available, no Trent, you want to have one Liverpool player in your team. Is Trent not worth getting? He is. He's absolutely worth getting. There is no doubt about it. It's just that I am very skeptical of his position, where he'll play, what role he'll be given. He could be playing very controlling in midfield and not that closer to the box as we want him to be. Yes, in position, Liverpool will be much higher, closer. The entire team could be closer to the box, but that's not what a midfielder or close inverted fullback does. That's just the problem that I have with Trent for now. Is Garnacho starting? Yes, I think he's starting. There's no doubt in my head, no doubt. Bailey or Nkunku for game week number one. I think Nkunku. He's better long term as well. Do I go for Pickford or Henderson? I think Henderson. I was in the same dilemma this morning. In fact, I had Pickford in my team. The only reason I have chosen Henderson, I would advise you to do as well, is the fact that he's 0.5 cheaper and he's more of a long-term keeper. He will make approximately a similar number of saves, and Crystal Palace were actually indeed a better defense than Everton. So banking on all of those facts, I think Henderson makes sense. And if Henderson does do well, there will be a huge bandwagon to get him because he's cheap, and then you will gain on that benefit in terms of team value as well. JSR has sent in his team as usual, with his team looking like Henderson, Flecken again, downgrade Flecken straight up, Guardiola, Konsa, Mikelenko, Robinson. That's a good back five. You can use the money from Flecken to upgrade somewhere to a 5 million defender. Barco, Salah, Bruno, ESR, Eze, Winks, Haaland, Wood, Isaac. That's a good team. I think Wood to Muniz, that's the only people. That's what I would do. Why are people suddenly removing Guardiola for Poro slash Saliba? The only reason is that Rodrigo is not present. So there is definitely a downside in terms of potential clean sheet there. Parth has also sent in his team is Jota, Kevin De Bruyne, Eze, Nkunku, Haaland, Havertz, Isaac. I like Havertz as a punt there. It's a really good option. Poro can be reconsidered to a 0.5 upgrade to Saliba. I really don't like the pick of Kevin De Bruyne. I don't see the upside and necessity for it. You can still go with it game week 1, but I don't think it's a great option. Why keep Barco with all the news? The news is for Estupinian coming back. That's sort of a news that is of importance, and I think will affect Barco's minutes. But Estupinian has not been great last season too. He was dropped mid-season because of his performances. He's not a good defensive player. Barco covers that really well. Barco, when you look at his profile and how he plays in the team, he really settles in someone who offers some attacking potential and is defensively very stable. I think he is a guy who probably will stick around with the team much longer than we expect him to. That is why. And the new signing is going to start on right back as per news and reporters as well. So I don't think we need to worry about that. Pedro or Solanke? I think Solanke has to be there. Solanke is much more better, and now that Postecoglou is making comments that he's ready, there are 2-3 sessions, he'll train in them, he should be more ready. It makes it a more nailed on pick in my opinion. Actually, just let's just for a couple of minutes just look at my team, make a couple of changes that I want to, which is one, remove Eze to Gordon. I am going for the short term upside. The three game weeks that they have read the four, in fact 4 game weeks out of 5 read Southampton, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Wolves. Tottenham is at home again. It's a good run of fixtures. I don't see any problem with that fixture run. Spurs, Bournemouth, Southampton. This might seem slightly blur, maybe. Let's see. I'll try to fix that. But yeah, looks pretty good. I don't see the issue with Gordon. This should fix it. So I'm keeping Gordon for now. My team looks pretty settled. Is the team lineup better now in terms of the clarity? Just let me know if I should stick to this clarity, just increase the size of everything available. Is this better in terms of clarity, or was the earlier size better? Yep, please lock your teams. There is leak codes coming in. Okay, nobody commenting about the for clarity, so I think that's fine. I'm assuming, but I'm going to Gordon. I'll make this move and actually switch it up, just so that I don't forget, and closer to the game week, it doesn't have to go wrong. And let's just select my 11. I think we'll do that closer to the game deadline. But yeah, we can go ahead back to the questions. We have about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Changes are Kevin De Bruyne to Bruno, Porro to Trent. Yeah, I think that's a perfect change, Parth. I think you don't need to worry about anything else. There's another part which says Solanke and Garnacho or João Pedro and Bruno. I think Solanke, Garnacho. Should I go to Guardiola / Saliba plus Nkunku, or remove either one for Trent and Nkunku to ESR? That's really a personal preference. If I was in a similar situation, I would not go Trent, especially if you have someone like a concert to cover up for. But if you're really a believer of Trent will blast off and could do well, I think then it makes sense. You can always save a transfer in game week 2 and get the exact 3, which is Guardiola and Nkunku. Sorry, exactly same to Guardiola and Nkunku with 2 free transfers in game week 3. So you can consider that. Kudus or WordPress? I think Kudus. Yep, I have not set my team, Varun, but thanks. I will just, in fact, do it right away. I have my captain at. I will have my vice captain at Mr. Jota. And keep my let's set my team. Henderson in goal. Munoz is there. Saliba, Konsa, Nkunku, Jota, Gordon, Saka, Isaac, Haaland, Solanke. Looks like a good team. Robinson is someone I want to play. Don't want to go double on Munoz. Maybe I want to play Robinson only for the fact that they have first game coming up. In United actually will score. That doesn't make sense to even go there. It's a no brainer, no clean sheet there. Let's just save our team. Keep it like this for now, with Munoz in the team, and I don't really mind that, if at least given the clarity is much better. Thank you. Thanks for that. Was trying to achieve. I don't own Trent. Do I downgrade Bruno to Jota? You can probably if you want to. See, I understand the appeal for Trent, and I understand why people are jumping onto him. He's historically been great. I understand. It's a new role that Trent is sort of adapting. The manager has straight up said that he wants him in a very particular manner, which means that there is enough question around him to reconsider that fact and option again. I want to see Trent, how he does in midfield, what is his new role, what is his attributes looking like now. Is he someone who's taking more shots or just creating more chances, putting in more crosses? Given that information, then I will take a decision on Trent or not. For now, I feel spreading my money everywhere is a better option. My easiest way to Trent would be a Solanke to Muniz and upgrade any of my defender to Trent. So it's not like I don't have an option to Trent. I think that is why starting better with a stronger midfield, going for the upside seems fairer to me. Yeah, I went for Bruno because I want to watch the first game. Exactly, that's sort of the logic sometimes I go with as well. It's the first game of the season. Everyone's excited. I want to have a player in that team, in that match, but unfortunately, it's going to be on my bench. Odegaard a good option? Yeah, I think it's a good option. If you don't have budget for Saka, maybe an alternative you can consider is a cheaper midfielder and get Havertz. I think Havertz is much more better. He's more involved. Despite sometimes playing at left midfielder, I don't think I think he's better than Odegaard because he'll get more chances. He's given the license to get inside the box. I really want to go to Nkunku to Johnson. What do you think? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Eze and Munoz or Poro and Nkunku. That's a really tough one. Eze and Munoz only because we know Eze and Munoz both as a known quantity. Poro as you can go Eze and Poro as well. I'm picking Eze over Nkunku is the comparison there. I think Eze is a known quantity. Is on penalties and set pieces. He's better off. Chelsea has a tough fixture as well. Starting game week 1 could take time. Munoz Poro is personally your call, but I would go Eze over Nkunku. Wood or Muniz? I have Pereira in midfield. Muniz, hands down. Even if you didn't, I would go Muniz. So do I replace Guardiola with Gabriel? Both have tough six fixtures in my opinion. I think you could stick to Guardiola. Don't worry about it. He will do good game week 2. Game week 1 is an outlier for him. He will do really well game week 2 and beyond. I think if you have Guardiola, you don't need to panic. Delete or Cucurella? Neither of them. Game week 2, 3, yes. I don't know if Cucurella starts game week 1. You can try it out. He's probably going to start over delete, but you can take that chance. The only United news that we have on my phone right now is that Ahmad starts. That's about it. Winks will play. Yes, he will play. I think he'll play. Guys, we're getting closer to the deadline. We're about 15 minutes away, and there is still a like ratio, which is not appropriate. I feel. Please hit the like button. There are currently about 80 people watching. Let's hit the like button. At least take it to 50 likes. Push out our content and the efforts that we're putting in for this. Eze and Munoz or Mikelenko and Gordon. Long term, I think Eze Munoz really does better. If you want to punt short term and just gain points for Gordon, go for it. But I think long term, Eze and Munoz. Why not starting Barco? I'm still thinking about it. I've not decided on Munoz versus Barco. Could do that. Yeah, I have no problem starting Barco. You're going Nkunku ahead of Eze then? No, I'm going Gordon ahead of Eze. In my team, I had Eze, I had Nkunku. That's not the spot I was debating on. I had no option otherwise, but I'm choosing Gordon over Eze. I think the upside for Gordon over Eze is there. Best 5.5 million to replace Andreas, starting 11 position. I think ESR has to be ESR. Second is Minte. Is Chris Wood a good option? Not taking Muniz as I have Andreas. Chris Wood is a decent option, but in that case, I would go João Pedro or Armstrong, not Wood. Thoughts on Havertz as an option? I think his underlying numbers are good. What is his underlying numbers actually? That's the question. His underlying numbers are good when he was false 9, but I think you can't really pick that up for this season. He was not playing false 9 in pre-season. So his underlying numbers really don't make a difference to the selection. I think he's still good. He will get inside the box. If you want an Arsenal player and if you don't have money for Saka in attack, I think Havertz is the guy. What if I don't want Haaland? He's too expensive. Any plans? Then go Salah. Have plans for Foden next game week, but I think you will really miss out on Haaland next game week. He's prime captaincy next game week, and that's going to be a problem for you. Hall, Barco, Robinson, who to start? I think Hall. If I can choose only one to do I go Jota or Gordon? That's actually a tough one. Long term, I think Gordon seems better. If you don't have any Liverpool cover, consider Jota, and then you can switch to Gordon whenever you want to. But long term seems Gordon. If you have Trent, Gordon. If you don't, consider Jota. Is 4 million defenders too weak? No, it's not. I think if you want Trent, you will have to make those sacrifices. Havertz is a striker in the game, not in the... When I say he's not playing striker or false 9, is when I mention how he's playing with Arsenal. I know he's a striker, so you can always... If you're confused between, let's say, Odegaard and Havertz, you can always go from a Wood to a Havertz and just put Odegaard down to a 4.5 position. Would Hudson or I start? Yeah, I think he'll start. Yeah. Is there a better option than Pereira for 5.5? A lot. I think ESR, Minte, as we said. There is Murphy from Newcastle. There's enough better choices. We have got some news on United. Do we have? Okay, there is news that one of the guys who did really well in preseason this. I don't know. Wait, just let me check. There is some news for United, but we have not been able to. It's sort of paid or something like that. Let me figure out what it looks like in terms of United news, and then I'll get back to that part. But there is someone who's not starting. Let's see. Let's hope and wait. If you guys have United sort of players, wait for it. Best 5 million defender, I already have Poro and Trent. Munoz is second, I think. Matson, you'll have to wait. There is a doubt of Matson even starting this game, so wait. So I think Munoz is the only one. How much cash do you have in the bank? Let's check. I have. Wait, how much do I have in my bank? Did you see FPL introduced expected points as a thing? What? Why am I on FPL draft? Yeah, FPL started something known as expected points in there. I have point 0.5 in the bank. If you look at your my team, there is an expected points on the main page. Expected bench points 4.4. Expected team points is 40.4. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Let's get back to our Q&A. Last 10 minutes. Let's get the questions rolling, guys. I'm actually just waiting for the United news that could be really important in the last 10 minutes for a lot of people. Let's see, is there any other important? Let's see, strongly. Okay, let me check if there is any important. Amad Diallo is the news that we already know. Someone who doesn't start. Is it a defender or is it just someone random? No news yet. I couldn't find that page. It's sort of the one who's posted it. It's paid. I don't know if it's true or not. So we'll probably wait for other potential sources to confirm it. No trend for me. Downside of not having Salah is have Haaland, Isaac, Solanke. That's not a downside. That's probably an upside. Who's your captain for the week? My captain is Isaac. Why Fabianski over Turner? I just have had him for like few seasons in general. West Ham he does start at some point of the season as well. It's okay. My bench is Robinson first, Barco second, and third is Wings. I think I'll change Barco and Munoz. Ahmad starts. That's the only news we have. There's no news of someone not starting, so I think we can stick to that news where Ahmad starts. Yep, that's the only. Yep, I will show you guys my benching as well. In fact, I'll make the change and show you my bench, which is that I want to make. Here's my bench as well. So as you can see, I have a bench of Fabianski, Munoz, Wings, Robinson, and Wings. That's the order as well. Do you think Trippier will start? He will start. Yes, I think he will. But is he a good buy? No, I don't think he's too expensive given his potential right now. We don't know how good we will have. He'll be in terms of attack as well. So he generally will be, but minutes is a doubt. Newcastle's defense is a doubt. I don't think I will go there. What do you think of the team? Henderson, Trent, Gabriel, Enna, Salah, Son, Saka, Jota, and Kunko, Isaac, Muniz. Son is a good option, good difference to start with. I think I like the team. You can actually consider Son down to a Bruno, Muniz to a Solanke, so consider that. No, Haaland seems decent. City midfield most probable starters. I think There was some news regarding Grealish that I had as well, which is that he's not 100% fit, so I don't know if he'll start. I think it should be Bernardo if he's available, Nunes if he's available, Kevin De Bruyne, and on the left, Doku. Yeah. Is Jota a good captain punt for game week 1? Yes, he's a good captain punt, yeah. What are my captain shots? Has to be Salah, Jota, and Isaac. Fourth is Haaland, but I think he's fourth. My top three are those three. As your Gordon, I have just been reading up on Gordon. There is some rotation, not rotation, but minutes risk involved. I think if you are okay with the minutes risk that they have, or like he could start late, or he could just be someone who doesn't start at all, or just gets 60 minutes, I think it's fine. If Gordon is the better one, I have no doubt about it. I am the Jota and Gordon guy. I own Konsa, not Trent. What do I do? I think you pick Jota in that case. I have Gotham says have 3 4.5 Mikelenko, Robinson, and Burn. We need to play 2 out of 3 every week. Suggestion, please. You can always downgrade Burn. I think play the two. It's a good rotation. Maybe instead of Burn, have Konsa from either Liverpool if you don't have Trent, or Konsa from Aston Villa. How's Barco, Munoz, Robinson, Konsa, Gabriel? Yeah, seems like a good rotation. That's pretty much what I have as well. Havertz, Murphy, and Rogers, or Jao Pedro, Gordon, ASR. I think ASR. I think Havertz, Murphy, and Rogers seem like a better pick. You can always uh, replace Rogers with ASR anyways in both sort of combinations. Saliba better than Gabriel in my opinion. He's nailed on. I understand that the goal threat would be less, but he's nailed on. No news apart from Ahmad, so we're holding on to that. Yep, can we see starting defense? I'll just zoom out and see the entire team. I think it will be blurred a bit, but at least you'll get the full picture of my team and how it's looking like. This is how it is. So now I understand it's blur. You can let me know if you need to zoom in somewhere. Gakpo starts? No, I don't think so. I think Jota starts up top. There's no doubt. I've picked Concert just to cover up the clean sheets. The fixtures are really good for Liverpool, so I don't want to lose onto that. Rogers or Ahmad for the bench? I think Ahmad. He starts today, so yeah, why not? What's your premium goalkeepers? If you're going premium, I think Raya. Hands down Raya. Then Pickford and then Henderson. So in all brackets and categories, it's Raya, Pickford and Henderson. Nkunku plus Sangare or Minte plus ESR. Nkunku, I'm really bullish on that guy. Son at 10% ownership, good differential. Yeah, he's good, but he's going to play a bit wide, I think. My opinion on premium, unnecessary. Raya is the only premium you want to pitch in, and you can always say that, okay, I have Raya who I want. He'll cover Arsenal for me. That's fair, I think. But if you invest the 0.5, you might as well get Gabriel. I don't think there is any other reason why you should go anywhere else. Let's see. Eze versus Gordon is the only debate in my head. Let's just check for more news quickly, and let's see if there is any other leak lineup before I get to the last couple of minutes. Yep, no questions. So far, nothing. Just reading up more on the Newcastle deadline talk as well. Eze and 4.5 to rotate with Robinson or a Gordon and 4 with Robinson or Gordon and a 4.4 million. I think Eze and a 4.5 with Robinson. Palmer is an avoid. Guardiola and Eze or Poro and Gordon. I think Guardiola Eze long term much better. How come you have 1.5 million in your bank? No, I don't have. I think that's a mistype mistake. I think it's a typing mistake. Diaz captain, I wouldn't go there. I know he'll start, but I wouldn't go there. Foden won't start this game week, don't pick. Guardiola Eze, I've answered that. Munoz or Konsa? I think Munoz. Take the attacking potential. Start Pickford or Henderson. Pickford. If you have both, Pickford. Eze or Nkunku? If I had to start one, Eze, hands down. If I had to pick one, again Eze, between the two. What do you think about this team? Turner, Fabianski, Trent, Poro, Konsa, Saliba, Barco, ASR, Gordon, Haaland, Wings, Isaac. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think apart from the keeper combination, which is 4 million keepers, both won't start. So that has to be managed. You can always do Poro downgrade, keep your defense stable, and then just upgrade one of them to Henderson. Seems fine. Solanke plus Barco or Muniz plus Poro. Solanke, Barco. Watkins has not. He will start. He's not played minutes in the preseason, so I don't know how he'll play. What his fitness looks like. How many minutes he'll play. That's a problem. But he will start for sure. Start two of Barco, ESR, and Munoz. I will start ESR and Barco. Sinchenko starting. He should start on left back for Arsenal. Last minute, I think you want to see that out. Gordon or Nkunku. I think if he started, he should be okay. I think Gordon should be fine. Gordon and Nkunku with the 1 million in bank. I think Gordon with the bank will have better options and starting choices. Let's just really go quickly through my. Let me just figure out my team as well. Henderson, Barco. I want to start Barco against Everton. Saliba, Konsa, Nkunku, Jota, Gordon, Saka, Isaac. Captain with Jota vice captain. Yeah, looks like the team I want. Yeah, seems pretty settled. Munoz or. Actually, let's go for the Munoz. No, let's just stick to Barco. Double up on the Crystal defense. Anyway, seems really tough. So yeah. Hall or Guardiola. If you have him, start Guardiola. And that's about it. We had a last question. Wings replacement is probably not required. He's going to start 2 points every game. It's fine. With that, it is deadline. That's about it. Deadline done. And generally, we have not much to talk about. But we put in a plug for likes. There were about 100 people watching at that point. Please hit the like button and please take it beyond 60. So that it pushes our content. Next time when we do a live stream, a lot of more people can join, and hit the bell icon and subscribe. So when we go live, you will be notified, which we go across all game weeks, and you will get to answer and see your questions through it. But yes, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and hit the bell icon. Here we go again. Any plans to appear on the 442 season? Yes, there are some plans. Side is down. Yeah, possible. Side is down. Yeah, it's gone. I think it's done. Good luck for the game week. Good luck for the game week and the season, guys. Again, if you haven't joined the league, you can still join it. The link is pinned in the chat. You can join it late as well. Your points will be considered from game week 1-2, so it's fine. Dreadful days are back. Yes, it is back. And the first game is United, and I'm really excited to watch it because United fans will be all about and over it. It's going to be a really fun game to watch. Thanks, Gotham. Thanks. Really appreciate that. My ranking, what did I end up on? I will have to see. It was really bad. Last season was bad. I think I didn't end up in top 100k. I think I ended up around 150, 160k. If at the best, I think that was the best I ended up on. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't better than that. But last season was a different ball game. This is again a new season. We start fresh. As a United fan, I can't wait to lose 1-0. I think it will be a high scoring game, not a low scoring game. I think there is genuine potential in Fulham too. United will score too. I really believe both teams will score. So let's see. Too many template teams is differential the way to. No, I think template is the way to start. In this sort of 5 transfer availability where everyone can just bank transfers for 5 game weeks and there's mini wildcard, it's better that you have a consistent team and a more stable team and a template team. Let's go. Here we go. Yes, here we go. United going for the title. Ten Hag sacked in November. No in between. I don't think that's going to happen. Neither the sacking nor the title. Welcome, Pranav. But yeah, that's about it. We'll wrap up. We didn't discuss a lot of fixtures and predictions. We should have done that midstream, but yeah. I think I will just leave it for the chat to decide about that. Madrid treble. Oh, I saw that performance. I saw them play. It looks like it's possible. I think it's possible. Are there any rule changes in FPL this year? Apart from the 5 major transfer rule, which is basically that there are 2 major rules. One, you can roll up to 5 transfers now in any given game week throughout the season. You'll get a new chip in January, mystery chip, and bonus point system has changed a bit. So yeah, those 3 major changes I would say. Thanks a lot, Parth. Let's no, actually I don't think I'm going to be able to predict a lot of these games. Let's just be open about it. Let's see what happens. and let's do the predictions next time. But thank you guys for joining. This was a good stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Again, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon. So the next time when we go live, you will be notified. On that note, we'll wrap it up. Really enjoyed talking to you guys. I will stream again on either tomorrow after all of the games or Sunday after the games, whichever seems more suitable for more data to come out. Most likely Sunday after the games. So you could probably see that video stream morning in Indian time. So keep an eye out for that as well. Yep, a huge Game of Thrones fan. I don't know how. Yeah, okay, by my team name. I understand that. Yeah. Yes, a Game of Thrones fan here as well. But okay, thank you guys for joining the stream. It was really fun. See you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye.